All right. Good afternoon. Here on YouTube Live. Sitting at my desk here. So wanted to do update on latest crypto news for the week, so everyone can see what's going on and anything you missed. It's been a lot of action. So lately, having a good day right now on BTC, which has been hammered for the last few months. But some good news on the markets. So Bitcoin has had a bit of a relief rally. For last week, been hammering between 19 and 20. Currently at 21,612, up 6.2% on 24 hours, over 14% on 7 days. Ethereum 1235, up 6.63%, up over 20% in the last 7 days. BNB 242 right now, 1.8%, 14% in the last 7 days. What's going on in macroeconomics? Back to the United States, the Federal Reserve. Next big things looking at July 13th in 6 days is June inflation readings, which should have an effect. Obviously, if they keep going up, that's really bad for markets. That will pressure the Fed to go even stronger on fighting inflation. If it goes down, that may calm things down a bit. In the U.S., seeing things on the ground, there's definitely been some look at dropping real estate prices, used car prices, and slight relief on gasoline with oil dropping price. So it does appear that inflation may be at least slightly down in the short term. So again, Federal Reserve, that's one figure. The Bureau of Labor Statistics comes out with that July 13th. July 28th, the Bureau of Bureau of Economic Analysis comes out with what's called the official first estimate of the quarter 2 GDP, which would indicate if it's negative, we would officially be in a recession in the United States. So that would be bad news. It's good news. The pressure would be on the Fed. They have dual mandate. First is keep inflation in control. Second, maximum employment and rocking economy. So with the economy in recession, unemployment worsens, that would pressure the Fed also to actually ease up a bit, at least slow down their tightening. So bad news could be good news there. It's a bit of a drop in some commodities and stock market. The S&P 500 is up for the fourth consecutive day. It's the best of the year. Dow Jones is up today. So American stock market's up. Obviously, BTC, crypto rocking today. Okay, so breaking down a few things in terms of Bitcoin. Mining difficulty was lowered 1.4%. A number of Bitcoin miners that showed signs of stretch. Core Scientific, one of the big miners, sold a lot of their Bitcoin. The other miner kind of in the news is Compass Mining. CFO and CEO resigned in the past few weeks. And they just did a series of layoffs. So getting figure here, it looks like Compass Mining laid off 15% of their staff. So the layoffs continue. Of course, Scientific sold most of its Bitcoin last month, selling 7,202 Bitcoins for about $167 million. It still holds 1,959 Bitcoins and 132 million cash in its balance sheet. So that contributed to some of the selling pressure of the last month. And moving on to let's see if anything else on mining. Difficulty lower 1.4%. Over to CeFi and lending protocols for finance. Celsius, the first kind of big flap company battled in the space. They finished selling they paid off all of their debt on MakerDAO, selling about $240 million of debt over the past week. And they've now officially paid off their debt of their Bitcoin loan on MakerDAO, and they actually took all of their Bitcoin and moved it onto FTX, actually, right? So today they paid the last $41 million of debt. MakerDAO, they moved 21,962 wrapped Bitcoins off of MakerDAO and onto FTX. So stay tuned for that. At a current price of 21,651, CoinDesk index, 49 cents. It's 400. Good news for Celsius, I guess. It was 440 million this morning. It's now $475.5 million approximately of Bitcoin. It's been moved on to FTX. So, does seem that things are moving forward, coming to a head. No official word from Celsius. Know if they're going to be selling all that Bitcoin or on the path toward reopening withdrawals. But that's news that's moving forward. Also, Simon Dixon has been having daily AMAs, one of the top depositors and investors in Celsius, has organized a group of investors with multiple recovery plans, and he's seeking to gain public support for that. Earlier efforts by Nexo included a letter of intent to purchase Celsius and refund all deposits. So the news is moving forward on that. Celsius also laid off 150 employees in their push to lower expenses. Also there's been a big movement on social media of loyal Cell token holders who are trying to attack shorts on the Cell token. Again, not financial advice. So it looks like the tokens had a pretty solid week, going from around 58 cents to over $1 at one point. And then it seems like in the last, since approximately 4:30 p.m., it's dropped from 80 cents to 68 cents. So it's now down 16% in the last 24 hours. It's the Cell token trending a lot, show short squeeze on social media. That's what's happened with the Cell token. It remains, originally was registered as a security, so not available on the US exchanges. And of course, the embattled lender is at the middle of that situation. All right, moving along to the next problem in the centralized finance space. There's Voyager Digital, very interesting story. Of course, bad news for those holding their funds there. Last week, Voyager suspended withdrawals, or limited withdrawals to $10,000 at a time. Now suspended withdrawals, and then they filed yesterday for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which is a restructuring of assets defensive position. So they don't have, they kind of hold off all the creditors, so they figure out how to pay their debts. There is a goal in Chapter 11 bankruptcy to continue the operation of the company. The Voyager token, so since this happened, the Voyager token dumped from, was at 31 cents, and it's a cryptocurrency token. It is available on trading in many places. It's dropped to 20 cents. So over a 33% drop. Volume still being traded on exchanges, down a lot, but at over $8 million the last 24 hours. Voyager is actually a publicly traded company on the Toronto Stock Exchange and over the counter in the US. So trading was suspended yesterday, and they faced delisting as they are have filed for bankruptcy. Another interesting story, they listed, part of that, they lost a lot of money with loans similar to Celsius. They have a business where they had deposited funds, and then they loan that out to people with the goal of making more money off of that, similar to savings and loan company or a bank. So Voyager was 666 million, I think was the figure, out on to 3AC, who filed for bankruptcy and lost their money. So that hurt them a lot. They also had talks with FTX about possibly a bailout. Obviously, it hasn't happened or hasn't happened yet, so they went the route of Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Also interesting, Alameda Research borrowed over $300 million from them. So it's a bit confusing who owes who money, but that's the situation with Voyager. It's not pretty. So while Celsius has been the longer saga, there's possibly bullish news on that. Voyager, not so much. If you have your funds in there, that's a sticky situation. Now, on the flip side, one of the solutions is, of course, custodying your own crypto. Ledger's reported an increase in sales over the past, really since May, when Coinbase came out with a negative quarter. Money lost. People saw the fine print, which isn't particularly shocking to me. Standard lingo, but essentially in case of bankruptcy, depositors essentially lose their funds. So that sparked 2 million in sales at one point for Ledger hardware wallets. I myself personally bought a Ledger hardware wallet as well. So there's movement, more and more people keeping their own crypto, putting it on self-custody instead of essentially loaning it out, holding on exchanges, or even more risky, loaning it out, allowing them to use it to make more money. So there's obviously various risk levels. I'm not suggesting what you do, but the level of counterparty risk increases when you have someone else holding in crypto, and even more when they're loaning it out and giving you interest. So it's a bit of update on those things. Miss anything? Okay, so into the rest of the tech sector and outside of crypto a little bit, GameStop also fired their CFO and announced layoffs across the country as they seek an aggressive recovery or improvement plan. They lost 158 million in the last quarter. So despite their popularity, definitely a company in distress. Okay, covered that. In bullish news, Reddit is launching a new NFT-based avatar marketplace and using the Polygon network. So bullish for Polygon and for Matic there, and Web2 adopting Web3. Biggest gainers today in crypto last 24 hours, Aave, 12%, storage, 11.5%, computer, ICP, up 9.8%, Neo up 8.5%, and Matic, Polygon up 6.7%. This is biggest gainers in the last 24 hours. Shifting here to the biggest losers. Not many red tokens. Makers down 1.7%. KuCoin token 0.6%. Unisat Leo 0.3%. Bax Gold, which is Cypress Gold 0.28%, and the rest are stable coins. So bullish day, a lot early for crypto. In the U.S. stock market, also a good day, as I mentioned earlier. So the Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P 500 all ended up today. So it was over 1% for the Dow, over 2% for NASDAQ. Essentially, major sell-offs. So it goes up, it's down 2.4%. So markets seem to be happy. Still in an overall macroeconomic environment of quantitative tightening, but see, there seems to be some light in the tunnel, even if it's bad news equals good news, and commodities, stocks, crypto are responding in a like manner. So I want to invite you all to, if you like this, please share this with a friend, hit subscribe if you haven't already, hit the like button, and also you can go to thelatestblock.com and check out the latest articles we put up there. We have, it's a news engine, and we also have a blog. So myself and about 5 other writers have been contributing and put some great content. So thelatestblock.com/subscribe for the free newsletter. That's all I got for today. Have a great rest of your day and week. It's Thursday, July 7th, the crypto news update. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for watching it. those watching live or later, appreciate you.